Hello valued viewers, I hope you're all doing very well. In the early 2000s, Russian designers were tasked with designing a weapon that could get access to an American supercarrier without being shot down and destroy it in one hit. The weapon they created was the KH-47M2, unveiled in 2017. It can attack land targets, but primarily it's an anti-ship weapon. We now have our analogue in DCS. It's not perfect, but it's the closest we can get with current restrictions. The maximum range of the real missile is well over 1,000 miles. Our maximum range is 250 nautical miles, 250 statute miles. Maximum speed in-game, it's just touching on Mach 10 at about 80,000 feet. Weapon weight, just under 8,500 pounds, so it's a really big missile. Warhead, 1,100 pounds. It has massive armor penetration. Other missiles, in fact all of these other missiles here, are dedicated armor penetrating missiles, but nothing can compare to the KH-47 in its ability to penetrate due to its speed and weight down to the bottom of a supercarrier and detonate up. We're going to be using this today to defend Russia from a US supercarrier incursion. Here is the Black Sea. A 2020 spec US carrier group has passed through the Dardanelles and is attacking Russia for some reason. They have a supercarrier at the heart. Defense ships are going to be the latest 2020's modernized ships. 2 CMPs, modernized Ticonderogas, at the front, featuring these weapons here, ESSM, SM2, SM6, SM3. Now, there's just one shortcoming. The SM3 may be used to take Kinzhal down in real life, I'm not sure, but in game it can only be used on missiles above 90,000 feet. Kinzhal does not quite make it to 90,000 feet, so SM3 will not be used today. SM6, SM2 and ESSM are all available to be used. There are also 4 Arleigh Burke Flight 3 with ESSM, SM2, SM6. Airborne, they start with 4 Super Hornets equipped with their max loadout, bearing in mind this is slightly in the future, of 12 AIM 260 long-range air-to-air missiles and 2 Sidewinders. 4 of those are airborne and are going to attack anything they see immediately. There are also 40 other Super Hornets on the carrier. They will take off as soon as they can, set to fire at maximum range and RTB once they've used their missiles. There are also 2 AWACS, and that is the American carrier group, starting 300 statute miles from the Russian coast. Russia are sending an anti-ship missile strike out, led by this chap here, first time seen in game, of a Tu-22M3M backfire, the most modern type, with 4 of these KH-47M2 Kinzhals. He will take off, get to 40,000 feet. He needs to be up high to fire these missiles for them to get their high speed. Now, range is a bit of a sticking point in DCS. In real life, he could fire this thing from probably 1,000 miles away. In game, there is a restriction. We can only fire at a range at where we can see the hostile with our radar. So we need to get within radar range. That is going to be, if it's above 40,000 feet, that range is going to be 200 statute miles. That point there, waypoint 1 for him, is 200 statute miles away from the carrier group. So backfire takes off, gets as quickly as he can to waypoint 1, 200 miles away from the carrier. It would then fire the Kinzhals. The Kinzhals will dive first to pick up speed, then go up into their main arc up to about 85,000 feet where they hit Mach 10. Then they will dive down onto the carrier, trying to keep as much speed as they can. They will get slower as they get down into the thicker air to about Mach 6.5, maybe Mach 7 to do the final attack. Our job, guys, is to send up MiG-31 interceptors to clear the way for the Tupolev. We've got a bunch of us here who are Cap, Grump, Matrix, Simba, Violet, Wardog. Say hello, guys.
Hello, guys.
Comrades.
And Grumnik's here. We're just going to follow him up, guys, then shoot ahead of him, and then try and clear the space. We are going to be equipped with 4 R-37Ms. These are newly modified ones. We've basically nerfed them, made them a little bit worse than they were. Their tracking isn't quite as Sierra Hotel as it was. Hopefully it will be a bit more close to real life. And 4 R-77-1 for medium range combat. We also have 2 AWACSs, which will provide us with data link to make our missiles guide. And that's it, guys. Can we get airborne, get our DCS version of the Kinzhal to within 200 miles of the carrier group, bear in mind it's fully defended, in time to get those Kinzhals out? And if we can, will those Kinzhals get through Aegis. I mean, they are designed to in real life. They're designed in theory to be able to be Aegis, to be almost unattackable.
For the glory of the motherland.
Huh.
Yeah, I think the US should cope with it. If there were more of the missiles, then probably not.
Yeah, fair comment. All right, stand by. Let's give it a go. Right, welcome into the simulation. We have had to relegate Matrix to GCI. He's having some tech problems, as tends to happen. Here's my beautiful MiG-31s. There, guys. Let's go.
Hello, Cat.
Goes backfire with his big old barrel Kinzhals. How does Kinzhal work in real life? Well, I believe it should travel up to about 100,000 feet, where it can reach its maximum speed of about Mach 10. Now, the idea is that it's moving so fast through the atmosphere. I should say it's deliberately not going into space. They want to keep it in the atmosphere, and they do that because they want to use the speed of the missile to compress the air in front of it so much that it turns into a plasma. You turn air into a plasma, then electromagnetism can no longer escape it, and it essentially becomes de facto stealth missile. Now, how realistic that is in real life, I don't know. Maybe we'll never find out. But theoretically, the Americans shouldn't be able to fire it and pick it up. So we'll have to see. Now, the lower this missile gets, the slower it gets, because you can't push something through the air really fast for long. It'll either melt or it'll have to slow down, and this will slow down to about Mach 6 to 7 before it hits the carrier. So closer up, it should lose its stealth properties. There's a lot of skepticism in the US about whether this missile will even really work, and I don't know. I can only read Wikipedia like you guys at the end of the day. Certainly a very interesting concept. We can kind of get the missile to fire further than about 200 miles, like the real missile, but it won't guide properly, and it's just not worth it. So, with the tech we have in game at the moment, this is about the closest we're ever going to be able to get to the real Kinzhal. Okay, backfire is... He's going, I think. Alrighty then. Big, loud, powerful engine. Uh-oh, turning circle. Alright, you hogs.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Let's freaking punch it. It is beautiful. There's big blue up banners. Love Spunkmeyer. Airborne.
Carry up.
You're up. Right. Did you say they're taking off from the carrier, Matrix?
A firm.
Alrighty then.
No airborne cap spotted.
Don't feel the need to go in formation with Tupolev, guys. You do what you see fit. I'll just do it just so I can get some sexy views on it. God, that thing's fast. Backfired really fast. Alright, there he goes. Sensors on, warm them up. Get nice and high for your improved access.
Triptych to space!
You're going to space today, Grumpnick?
Ah! Zoom climb! Triptych still maximum speed, even go 90-degree up.
Welcome to Big 31. I have lost Tupolev. I tried to stay with him. I lost him. I apologise, viewers. Never mind. I'm going to do my own thing now. Have a look what's on data link. This screen here is data link. It will show whatever our guys show. Oh, that's interesting. The guys that were airborne have run away. Oh well, I guess that gives us a bit more of a chance. That's weird. Right. I'm at 18,000 meters. That's pretty high. 60,000 feet. Interesting. That is quite high, guys.
Are you almost at 80,000 feet?
Yeah, I did that as well. They've changed the...
Нет, make up at 62.
Changed the flight models in these realistically. It's now overperforming ridiculously, but we will work with it. Right, have I got my radar on? Yes, I have. Anyone picked up anything on radar yet, guys?
Нет.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Bandit spare 2.
Don't forget to change your missiles.
Roger, change your missiles. Yeah, make sure your access is selected.
To 37M.
Right, these hostiles can fire at us about 135 miles. We can fire about 160 miles. So, let's see how we do. They've not seen us. Yes, no, have they?
Bandits 244 for 83, Angels 10.
83?
Sorry, 183, Angels now 20.
Okay. Up 60,000 feet. Nothing on radar yet.
What do you have your antenna elevation at?
0. But I'm probably gonna... I'm a bit too high. I'm 70,000 feet. God, this thing's stupid. I'm gonna come back down to a reasonable level. There's a good chance our missiles won't even work if we fire them from this high, guys, so I'll get back down to terrestrial levels. We'll have to go back to the old flight model.
Contact. Heading
Symbol Wimber.
251.
251. Fire out wheel, guys. Kinzhal's not out yet. Let's check backfire. How's he doing? Right, he's behind us. Good, that's where we want you. Stay safe, please.
Bandit spare 245 magnetic, 153 miles, Angels 30, nose hot.
We're in range with their missiles. Be careful now, guys. Okay. I lost track just at the last second, but I saw them. Alright, USOBs. Yep, got him. Cap, firing. Fox 3.
I'm Fox 3.
Woohoo! Improved access, out you go.
Perfect didn't fire it.
Might just be a missile.
Playing at Fox 3.
Ah, just clear.
Enemy missiles inbound. Bandit spare 245 magnetic for 120 miles, Angels 35.
Distance of Tupolev from carrier group, 200 nautical miles. He'll be firing in 20 miles time. Keep those missiles going out, guys. We're not here to wipe out the American fleet of fighters. We're here to intercept and keep them at bay.
Simba, that's 4 axe heads away, and I'm turning cold.
Turn cold. Cap. Fox 3 times 3. There will be lots of missiles in the air coming towards us, guys, so as soon as you can turn cold, I would suggest turning cold. I'm going to get my last one out. Sorry about this HUD view, viewers.
Violet, Bandits, range 100 miles, and nose hot.
Got a big old jammer out there. Yes, burn through. Missile out. Cap turning cold. 4 axes out. I'm out of here. See you later. Okay, that's
Make Fox 3 times 4, going defensive.
TU hasn't fired yet. First missile's going in. Now, we've actually nerfed these, made them a little worse than they were. They were tracking just way too well before.
Violet, Bandits, range 80 miles.
But you can see it's on its maximum turn now. You can only pull a few Gs now. It's failed. And that, in real life, these are they're not that good missiles. It just can't maneuver. Just trying to balance myself. Anyone got a kill yet?
Negative.
All these missiles have failed. They've all failed. Oh, that's a shame, isn't it, guys? You know what? As long as we get Kinzhal out, as long as we can just tie them up enough. I've not had any missiles track. That's a sad thing. Never mind.
Yeah, I got 2 missiles up.
Okay, I'm at safe RTB now.
Don't make RTB.
Has any of us been hit by AIM 260 yet? Obviously, we can't see them on this screen here. Okay, some of our missiles are hit now. Hit someone, we've killed something.
Violet, Bandits, bearing 223 for 51 miles, Angels 30, missiles hot.
Tupolev should just about be in within firing range now, question mark. Come on, Tupolev, fire your missiles, please. Yes! Perfect! Kinzhal, we did our job, guys. We cleared enough. We just scared the Super Hornets enough so they couldn't fire on Tupolev, and he's fired. Excuse me. Right, what they're going to do now, viewers, is they're going to dive to pick up speed. They need to use gravity. They're heavy. 22,000, and now they're going to go for their climb up to Mark 10. I'll come back to that in a minute. I'm just trying to save my own skin at the moment because we've got AIM 260s all around us. Holy shit. Right. Get out of there, Violet. Head home. Just going to track. Well, we've had problems with the axe heads today, not tracking very well. I don't know why, but you know what? We've done enough to get the Kinzhals through. This is all going to happen very fast now. Oh, wow. SM somethings are up. SM6s, I'm guessing. It's going to be interesting. Right, missiles are burning down.
KH come down from 70,000.
Roger.
Flash F-18.
Done. Oh, it's happening so quick. Missiles are out. I can't see what missiles because we've got fog of war on. Ah, words. Someone got shot down. Yep, says.
Oh, Ticonderoga shot down Super Hornet.
Oh, wow. Ha. Yep, they're firing loads of missiles up. Guessing SM6. Here comes Kinzhal really fast. Mark 8 now. 30,000 feet. Ooh, what's going to happen?
The Hornet killed the our bomber.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter now. You know what? He's done his missiles. Here they come. Still over Mark 8. Mark 7.5. It seeks out the biggest rate of cross section, which should be the super carrier. Mark 7. The SSM's out. It's gonna get through. Oh! It's gonna get through. Oh, keep it together, Cap. Wowee. Everything just blow up. Gee.
Yeah, it said something unknown killed the Super Hornet.
Right. Oh, too much happened there. That was weird, guys. Oh, the carrier's still alive. It survived. It got hit, but it survived.
Rick only saw like 1 or 2 hits.
Alright, you know what? We'll watch the attack view afterwards. Obviously, that happened way too quickly to really understand what's going on. Let's land, guys. We're going to Glenzek. Let me know when you're landing. I've got to concentrate myself for a minute now. Wow, that went fast. Oh, right. That got the old blood pressure going. Right, we've got live hostiles behind us, guys, so let's get a step on. Has anyone died? Who's died? Apart from Tupolev.
I am out of fuel.
Really, Violet? Really? Right in the middle of the ocean? Ah, alright, fine. Can you glide for 92 nautical miles, Violet?
I don't think so.
I heard it has a very bad glide rate. Oh my god, I'm out of fuel.
Violet only have 1 speed cap, and that's full speed.
Keep an eye on the fuel, guys. This thing's fast.
Well, as soon as she said bingo fuel, I was out of fuel.
We'll do that.
Not sure how you could be out of fuel. Grumnik fly full afterburner back to base and still not bingo. But Grumnik also be flying a 70k.
Violet, use your body. You're not making it back, so turn around and become a sacrificial doll to stop those other Super Hornets chasing us, because they're slow-ass planes, but they're coming. You look very majestic, Violet, in that thing.
Thank you.
Or that a MiG-31 can look majestic.
Right.
Only if Simba flying.
Guys, if you've got the fuel, you might as well just orbit around the base. I'll be back in a minute. Right, Violet, they are going to start giving you much boom boom soon. 40 miles. And those bogs are very unhappy that we've just hit their carrier. Can bogs still take off from their carrier? No, the cats are broken. The cats have gone. Look at that. So all they've got airborne is what they've got. Maybe 15 bogs. Violet's down finally. The hostiles are carrying on and they're going to do retribution against our AWACS, but it doesn't really matter now because the carrier's basically out of action, guys. Oh, I'm kind of chuffed with that. We blew a carrier up. With their hardest, thingies set to the hardest, you know what I mean? The modernised destroyers and the modernised cruisers. Now, it'll be interesting to see how many AIM-260s are up. So obviously we can't see them on our data link screen. Right, 30 odd miles. I'm coming, you guys. We're going to land, then we'll watch an attack view and see what the heck happened there.
I've only got enough fuel for 1 more orbit because she is screaming at me.
Right, you guys land. By the time you've landed, I reckon I'll be there on final with you. See the attack view. Why have not shot the AWACS down? I've not made him invincible. I don't know why he's not been hit yet. I think they've kind of gone into limp mode now that their carrier's been destroyed. Or they're all out of fuel. Yes, they are! Super. He's dropped his tank and he's out of fuel. Look at that.
America weak. Not strong like bear.
It's a problem when they afterburn into combat. They do what we've done, which is run out of fuel. I'm out of fuel as well. Very finite fuel, these planes, and they've run out of fuel. So they could get to there, and then they're stuck in limp basically. Can't do anything. That's interesting. There's a thing about doing these big ranges of hundreds of miles. Planes just can't make it. That guy's going to crash, but it looks like he's completely out of fuel. Gonna crash. Your progress around the circuit, guys?
We are headed out to make our final turn.
Alright, I'm pretty much showing up with you there.
Let's start making our turn.
Alright, boys. Safe speed and clicks.
340.
Alrighty then. No problem. The super bogs just didn't have the fuel to get to us. It's so funny. I find it funny anyway. Maybe it's not funny.
Grupnik find it absolutely hilarious.
Dude, don't you know? Don't merge.
Alright. Chop throttle. Anybody know the keybind for the drag chute?
Nope.
Papa.
We'll be fine,
Try
guys.
P.
We'll be fine.
What'd you say, Violet?
Try P for parachute.
We're fine. Could go around whoever you are. The rest of us.
Grupnik, down and see.
Yeah, I'm down to say. Simbawimba, you are 165 knots. Bang on the money. Cut and
Check gear,
snap.
Santa.
Oh yeah, gear would help.
Go for belly landing.
Huh. That's our Zimba.
Oh.
That would do the trick. Why not? They're very sturdily built. Right, so here we go. Zoom, 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 zoom. Up. We shoot ahead, which is obviously the job of the interceptor. I tried to stay with the two below, but I just couldn't find it. That cockpit is nasty, isn't it? Right, we go in and we do some boom boom. We had some problems with our axe heads today. When we know they work, but for some reason, let's have a look when we were firing it. Oh yeah, you notice one thing? It's just the airborne guys who were here didn't spawn in, and I must have left them on. I must have left them out for some reason. I don't know what I've done wrong. As it turns out, our missiles didn't appear to be tracking anyway, so that seemed by the grace of God that happened. We started firing at around 150 miles. Violet started firing. The baddies started firing about the same, about 150 miles. Pretty capable, those M260s. I didn't see any axe heads connecting. Dad said I didn't see any 260s connecting.
Down. They are arcing down.
Yeah.
I see what's...
I think we just shot them too high.
Yeah, we have shot them too high and too fast.
We shot them up at the Angel 60, and it didn't want to bend down enough.
Also, they've gone up to Mach 8, which I know they can't do. It's because they've gone too high. They go up here, they top out a height. It means they've gone off the game engine, basically. I
wonder if we launched them from too fast.
Yeah, it was our fault. We're trying a new flight model in our MiG-31s. It clearly doesn't work because we're firing them at... Let's see if we can find us. Yeah, Mach 2.83, 50,000 feet. Some of us more, even higher than that. I think it's just too much for the missiles to cope with. It's put them into it's sent them over the edge of what the missiles can cope with. That's a shame, guys. We'll go back to the old MiG-31. It should just solve the problem. But like I said, by the grace of God, that other flight wasn't in there, and so it didn't really matter anyway. They used all their missiles up on us. And plus, they still went evasive and started trying to... They were scared away, which is what we're here to do at the end of the day. So it all worked. AIM-260s were chasing us around, but none of us actually got hit. One was right in my face. Zam! Okay, and at that point there, at a distance of... I don't think I'm going to be able to get that distance there. 165 nautical miles, about 200 statute miles. Exactly when planned, the Kinzhals come out. They dive down to 20,000 feet, pick up speed, Mach 7. Then they go higher, Mach 8. In fact, the max mark we got out of them today is 8. I've seen them go faster than that, but a lot of in play today. They peak out at... Where's this altitude? 80,000 feet, 81,000 feet. When they peak out and they start diving. Starts still Mach 8, still Mach 8, still Mach 8, still Mach 8, still Mach 8. Mach 8. Yeah, let's see what the defense was then. I see his SM2's coming out really early. Here's when he started defending. There you go. About 80 miles is when the SM2s start coming out for the Kinzhals. Look at that. Zip, 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 zip. Why SM2, not SM6? It makes the decisions based. We put the rough parameters in. We say the missile can do this many G, it can do this speed, it can do this range. these guys here make the decision, the AI make the decision what they want to fire, and they wanted to fire this. Why? Reasons, I guess. That's playing it through at 1-to-1 speed there. Look how fast that missile. Look, that's a plane moving at 500 knots. That's a Kinzhal moving at Mach 8. Now what's happening here? They're diving down, and look, they couldn't do enough G. Let's try and get a G reading on one. 8G, 9G, 10G, 12G, 20G, 30, 35G, which is they're overloaded with an SM2 MR, and they can't do it. Can't make the intercept. Let's see what happens next. Next missile's gone. Now this point is when I would expect ESSM to be chosen, but they've not chosen ESSM. I wonder why. That I can't tell you, because ESSM I really would think I'd have a better chance at intercepting these suckers. Or maybe I'm wrong. Let me know what you think. Maybe I've got that wrong. Let's run it through further. So more SM2s up. The first one gets through. Second hit. Third hit. Fourth hit. Right, how about that? So one Kinzhal got through, and it didn't sink the carrier, but it took, hit points. It took half its health off, and it stopped it becoming it's no longer a carrier. Catapults were all shredded, and it no longer worked. And I'm not even sure those bogs could go land.
Functionally destroyed.
Okay, so let's try and summarise that then, valued viewers. What do we think about the legitimacy of that? I mean, the idea of the Kinzhal coming in at Mark 8 from 80,000 feet, we're pretty sure is pretty much exactly what it would do in real life. So that side of things seems to be really good. Obviously, we can't fire it really far like they can in real life. But in terms of defence, would they deploy SM3? We can't get to deploy SM3. There are restrictions we've talked about. Would it deploy SM3? And would SM3 be able to take it down? Let me know. Why didn't carrier fire ESSM? I don't know. I would have thought it would just spray them out like darts, personally. But it didn't, and it made that choice itself, and we don't know why, because we don't see core game code. We'll probably never know why. Used SM2. It did kill 75% of them, though, which is pretty impressive, and it did see them. Saw them 80 miles. So that side of things is impressive as well. I was just quickly running forward to see why they didn't come out and take out our AWACSes. The reason is they burned for 150 miles. They used their afterburner for 150 miles. Oh, scratch that. They did fire at the AWACS. 100 and something miles, and missed. Nerd. He wiggled away. Look at him wiggle. Wiggle. Get some. An axe head would have hit him. Well, actually, probably not. Right, well, there you go, guys. That's America had a tough day today in the office, by the looks of things. And they've got a lot of big, expensive carrier bill. Really interesting. Any final comments from my guys?
Go Navy beat Army?
Huh. All right, bye-bye.